Who doesn't love homemade pasta? Like many of you out there, I've been wanting to make my own pasta for quite some time. Now I own a pasta roller and cutter, and I've been making my homemade fresh pasta for months and months. And let me tell you something. It tastes so much better than store-bought pasta. You will never want to go back to buying store pasta again. This is your delicious chef Rajiv, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. All you need is 4 simple ingredients: flour, which I have over here, extra virgin olive oil, some salt, and water. Now, request all of these nice ingredients to gather in a mixing bowl and mix together and knead into a nice and firm dough for 3 minutes. So now I have kneaded the teig in the machine for like a good 3 minutes. What I like about the recipe is the fact that I don't use any eggs in the dough. The dough should be fairly dry, so go ahead and give it a final knead. Cover this in food wrap and leave it to rest for 30 minutes. Now let's make good use of the time while the dough is resting. You can of course knead the dough with your own hands if you want to. I just think this is very practical to have a machine on hand. Now I would like to tell you what next steps I'm going to take. Today I will use the pasta roller and cutter set, which I have over here. This thing has a knob I can turn to set the thickness of my pasta sheets. That's the first thing I will make, my pasta sheets. I start with the setting on 1, and then we'll move all the way up to number 5, which I think gives the perfect thickness for pasta sheets. After I've made those sheets, we'll use the cutter system for making spaghetti out of the pasta sheets. The dough has rested enough. We'll unwrap it. I will cut it into 4 pieces. Put the other pieces aside, and now we'll flatten it out a little bit. By the way, I have flour over here just in case you might need to flour your surface to make working easier. Then go ahead and do that. I think I don't need it right now because my dough is very good. And now we'll just flatten it a little bit and then process it through our machine on setting 1. When the dough comes out, fold it in half and pass it through again. Repeat for a few times. Now look at how beautifully this dough sheet is already coming out. Repeat it a couple of times, set it aside, and then take the next piece of dough. We now have 4 perfect pieces of rather thick dough sheets right now. You can see the thickness of the sheets over here. Now this is too thick to cook as noodles, right? So now we will set our setting to 2. Go ahead and process the sheets again to make them thinner, and go all the way up until we have them on setting number 5. Now as you proceed, the sheets are going to become longer and thinner. Now this is my final sheet. Look at this. The beauty of the dough. No sticking, absolutely nothing. Runs through perfectly well through the machine. And just the way I want it. Now, after you've done this, you can use these sheets as they are cut to your desired size for lasagna noodles, right? If you click the video I have posted on how to make homemade fresh lasagna, you will see that I've used exactly these noodle sheets there. But for today, we're going to make spaghetti out of these noodle sheets, and that's why we will cut them into spaghetti shape with the spaghetti cutter. Now look at these 4 sheets. Aren't they absolutely amazing? With the spaghetti cutter now on the machine, we will cut the noodle sheets into spaghetti. Wow! Now look at this. Oh, amazing. Your own fresh noodles. Now look at this. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you, of course, is these sheets are amazing, right? But they do seem to be a bit long. So go ahead and cut them into smaller sheets, which then make maybe more eatable spaghetti sizes. So I think I'm just gonna cut them up into sheets like this. Wow, this is perfect spaghetti size. Now I've cut all my 4 noodle sheets into spaghettis. Look at the way they look beautiful. Now I've put them in heaps here and dusted the surface with some flour so that the noodles don't stick. Go ahead and put them directly in fresh boiling water with some salt and cook them for 2 minutes and enjoy your delicious spaghetti pasta. Or you can dry them just like this outside in the air for a day or 2, and then you can store them for a very long period of time. Now, I cannot tell you how long the dried noodles last because mine have never made it so far, but I have read on the internet that the dried pasta can be kept and stored for quite a few weeks. This is our beautiful homemade pasta. Enjoy! Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment.